And welcome back to the Curtis Cascione Cook-Off Week 3 inside with all your tailgating favorites. We're here at Supply New England's Kitchen and Bath Gallery cooking once again. This week we're taking on nachos. Will they need a Hail Mary pass? And we're going to start with Mark. Going fourth and long here, Mark?
Yeah, I think so. We're doing nachos today. Of course, the big question on everybody's minds is, why are Steve and Mark wearing ties to a tailgate party? Well, we may be nerds, but we're good cooks, and we'll make up for it with the nachos.
Yeah, I dressed appropriately.
You did. You got the Patriots garb on there. So we're going to make traditional nachos here. We're going to put cheese, lots of cheese. This is a mix of the various Mexican cheeses, and I've thrown in some Monterey Jack.
Is that the
hot
chunks?
pepper. The chunks of the hot pepper Monterey Jack, because we want to have some spice on this dish. Get lots of cheese. You almost can't use too much cheese when you're making nachos, okay?
No.
But I've got a couple.
It seems to disappear, doesn't it?
It does. It melts away in your mouth, melts away in your waistline too. And we get some some nice chunky salsa on there, because we're going to heat these up, and that cheese is going to melt. The salsa is going to bubble. It's going to be just great. A little bit more. Can't have too much salsa too. Okay, we have some surprise ingredients we're going to put in these when they come out of the oven. But this is my secret ingredient. This is chili I made over the weekend in a crock pot, 12 hours. Ooh. This simmered 3 pounds of ground beef, all kinds of chili powder, cumin, Mexican beans, all kinds of stuff, garlic, onions, peppers, you name it, it's in my chili. Kind of spicy, but it's really going to be the special ingredient in these nachos. You're really going to love that chili flavor when these come out of the oven.
All right, Mark thinks he's got a winner, but I bet you think you've got one too.
Mark has to think about a lot of things. My nachos, again, you'll probably notice with me, I do things very quickly and very easily, and I think that's what people like when it comes to preparing food. First of all, the chips, hint of lime.
Oh.
So that right off the bat.
The ones you buy.
The ones you buy, the hint of lime, right off the bat, that gives it a little good taste. And now we're going to add a bunch of these different condiments, toppings to go with it. First, what I'd like to do, obviously, is the salsa. And again, you know, you can put it around. You don't want to put too much, because then the chips will get soggy, but you want to put enough that, you know, everybody that takes a bite out of these will get a taste of the salsa, okay? That's the first ingredient. Second ingredient, we're going to have salsa that has a little cheese that's already in. And we're going to add that right along with the salsa, okay? And again, you're just adding a little extra flavor.
You can pick your spice
Yeah,
level,
you
right?
can pick whatever you want. Again, you don't want to load it up too much or they'll get soggy. Doreen, next ingredient, and this is my little specialty, I like to mix jalapenos with black and green olives. And we'll add that on. And you gotta be real careful, because these are nachos not for kids, because the jalapeno
That's a lot of jalapeno.
is gonna have quite a kick. So I like stuff really spicy, so we're gonna add a lot of this
These nachos brought to you by water.
And notice also the presentation. You see the different colors, how nice that looks? That's very important when it comes to food, something that Curtis has no clue when it comes to presentation. He kind of lumps things together, but notice the variety of color here. And then finally, Doreen, the 4th variety of cheeses. It's important when you're doing nachos to put the cheese last. You don't want to put them underneath, because then it's not going to cook as well. And what I do with my nachos, which makes this very quick and very easy, is these are microwavable.
Very nice.
You put them right in the microwave for about 1 minute and 30 seconds until they get really bubbly, and they're done.
Did anyone else notice that Steve said cheese on last and Mark put his on first?
Oh, what does that tell you?
They're out of the oven. Now time for finishing touches. Cash?
Yeah, I'm going to use a little sour cream only because this has a real kick to it. So by putting some sour cream in the middle when you dip the nachos, it may take a little bit of that hot taste off, but it's also nice.
It looks very nice.
There you go.
Very good presentation,
Thank
Cash.
you.
Point for presentation to Cascione.
Well, Steve knows a lot about being a dip, so I'm going to do my finishing touches now, Doreen. I like to put the fresh cilantro on after it comes out of the oven, because you don't want it to wilt, and it has that nice fresh flavor to it and kind of counterbalances the heat. And then I've got some dried hot jalapeno peppers we're going to sprinkle on there too, give it a little heat, so be careful which ones you bite into. And that'll be a lot of fun, a little surprise here and there with the hot peppers. And then the finishing touch on top of that cilantro and the peppers, just a nice squeeze of lime. Give it a little, yeah, keep my old lime away from Cascione's chips.
Mine already have the lime on the chips.
Little chippies, oh yeah.
They already have the lime.
Yeah, lime flavored chips, like that's a this is fresh lime juice, folks, from Florida.
Oh, I smell the lime a lot. Taste test time. Steve, you're up first. Here we go.
Make sure you have water.
Yeah, I do. I got a cup. I saw what you put on this. All right, here we go.
Good. Notice the crunch.
I need to finish this chip.
Oh,
It's that
please
good.
do.
Someone call the paramedics. She's going to need it with those jalapenos.
All right, that was pretty good, Cash. Curtis, you're up.
That's the one.
All right.
I saw you get that in that last bite.
I got a late in the game pepper. Hold on a second.
My throat is closing up. Must have been.
All right.
Maybe Steve knows
Curtis
the
is
Heimlich maneuver.
Curtis is killing me.
Are we ready for a winner? Are we ready?
We're ready.
Yes.
Which one of you two is going to take the title for the best tailgate food? I'm going to have to go with the winner today being Cascione. I don't know, Mark.
That's not your best recipe. That's not your best recipe.
They were just better. They were just better.
Authentic nachos, not what that is.
That's chili.
Yeah, it
That
looks
goes on there.
looks pretty chilly. Why
Have
don't you
some.
eat it in the wintertime?
I like them.